Hello, number 10 please, 1801. I've got 2p there. You give me too much there, it's 18.1, so it's £2 1p change. That's it, thank you. That was an Obi-Wan Kenobi moment, like on Star Wars. I'm too honest. We're still recording. Well, it's my birthday tomorrow. Coming in for a lousy 3 hours to work. They should be buying me stuff, but I'm checking some mint chocolates from Morrisons. 3 bags, £2. Thank you to Ian Law and his lady for a present. A Tommy Cooper card. And a Beatles book I'd never even seen before. Daily Mail pictures of the Beatles. Very good. Thank you very much, Ian. Well, here we are at the Holmes Mill in Clitheroe. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I've just adjusted the auto exposure. As you can see, it's an old mill converted into a bar and restaurant. I just had a look at the menu. The menu's all been changed since last year. I was a bit befuddled because I've been glugging some coffee liqueur at home, 17.5%. And I was a bit too generous with my tip. I think I've tipped the barmaid about £6. Ooh, I know. But she was chatty and very nice and attractive, so I'm not bothered. I should have stopped in and waited for that phone call from the Prudential to discuss that money. But I'm not stopping in on my birthday. I've filmed this place before, but I'm going to film it again. Why not? I've never been before. It's worth a visit. If you're into industrial heritage like me and Fred Dibner. 1910 this dates from. Presumably the mill's from the same era. I won't film next door, but there's an enormous bar about 80 foot long in a big oval. I was joking with my sister. I said, yeah, there's ropes with all dust on from when it was a mill. And I said, what if you eat a meal and some dust falls into your meal? She said, well, fiber's good for you. Drawings of the actual beam engine. think it's a marvellous idea. Instead of ripping it all out and starting again, build a restaurant around it. It's that oldie worldy thing that I love from Lancashire's past. I give her a £20 note, got a tenner back for that. It's 6.9% though, Indian Pale Ale. It's brightened up for my birthday pub crawl. So are you ordering a meal? I said, well, I've only just arrived half an hour ago, so I'll go around a few pubs. And I said, it's either a meal here or the Dilraj Indian Curry House. I'm still on +1 for the auto exposure. A bit dark in here. This is the Emporium. Very elegant, let's say, pub, sort of bar with lots of mirrors and glass globes. I'm sure when I came here last year on my birthday, it was dark, cold and horrible, and I went up to the castle, to the museum. It's a lot warmer and sunnier today. Oh yes, very elegant, very me. How far is this pub crawl gonna go? Well, I've just left the Emporium. Had a pint of Estrella, very nice flavoured beer. You can taste the hops in it, which is what I like. Was it, I'm trying to think, was it a year ago I was last on my birthday pub crawl, having a look around the museum, and I went via that series of steps there and very precariously climbed the steps up to the castle. I went around the museum, which I was a bit shocked. It was over £5 to look around the museum. And I was a bit disappointed because it all seemed to be geared towards school kids, you know, rather than a serious museum with lots of exhibits. It was all storyboards, you know what I mean? You pay to look around a museum, you expect to see exhibits. I'll climb that hill up that street and climb that hill. And I'll continue from there. I might go up to the castle just to make it sort of interesting. It is nice and warm, I'm pleased to say, and the showers have gone. When I was in the taxi coming over it, which I decided to get because of the peculiar bus service, it started bloody raining. Nice view of the castle there. It said that that hall was blasted by Cromwell's cannons in 1640 something during the English Civil War. Because the story goes that they were hauled up here and Cromwell blasted his cannons a couple of times, blasted a hole in the keep and said, "Surrender!" And they did surrender. They gave up, didn't want to be blasted anymore. A lot of those old films show cannonballs exploding. That wasn't the case. They didn't explode, they were just stone balls. So they just rammed into the wall at great velocity and eventually made a hole. They didn't explode. That's just Hollywood cobblers. Well, the Swan and Royal was totally empty and there was no one behind the bar. So I thought I'll have a look at Clitheroe Market, and that was deserted too. The market is not on a Thursday. There was one chap on a pensioner's cardigan stall, so I was chatting to him, an Asian fella. and his mate actually worked at Ultraframe, so I was telling him about my meeting with Andy Crow, the old manager that sacked me many years ago, so I poured a pint over his head. He said, "Are you a very nasty person?" I said he was. And just sacked me to save on paying me £6 of redundancy. Pathetic. So this is Escape for Coffee and Cocktails, an interesting bar. A converted shop, but it looks like it's been here for 200 years or something. Well, I'm back home. I got a taxi back home because I just missed the bus at 5:15. So I got a taxi, £12. I went in that shop, Dawson's, opposite where I had the meal, and I was going to get some smooth right, Hammerite smooth, but rusting satin black for wood and metal, quick dry. So I've got that for me bike. I intend to do, the rims up on my bike, thin this out somehow, get some thinners, and just wipe a sponge around all the grotty bits, if it's actually necessary. I'll have to see. Got some glue as well, Unibond, that was quite cheap, £1.69. My mum's been down with a card. "Would you like to come for your tea? Or are you in Clitheroe?" Well, I've been in Clitheroe and I'm full up. I'll give her a phone call. My auntie's left a card. Easter egg and a chocolate cake. Does she not know I'm on a diet? Tesco chocolate cake, hand decorated. Well, I'll have to force it down. Well, thank you for watching my birthday bash. I shouldn't have. I was telling the taxi driver, I said I've been chomping a tough burger. I should have gone for that curry instead. I can eat king prawns, but chomping on a burger wasn't a good idea with my old 55-year-old teeth. Right, bye for now. 6 o'clock news. Bye for now.